Welcome back everyone, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we're going to clickbait some people with some Witcher 4. But no, for real guys, now I didn't make a proper Witcher 4 video in a while and there is one thing that was on my mind for quite some time now. We're going to talk about the worst case scenario when it comes to the Witcher 4. What if we never see it? Now, developers said that they're done with Geralt's story and now they want to focus on other projects like Cyberpunk 2077, which is in development as we speak, and also Gwent, which is coming out soon. When asked about The Witcher 4, they said it could happen but not in any immediate future, and even though it sounds like eventually we are going to get another Witcher game, it's going to be with a different character, so no more Geralt, and for a lot of people that could be a huge problem, and trust me, they know that. Now, I don't doubt in skills that CD Projekt Red has to create an amazing Witcher game, but again it's going to be a huge challenge. Look, I'm a huge fan, and even though I'm speculating about Witcher 4 a lot and I'm okay, kinda, that we never see Witcher 4, I would rather have CDPR to work on something they love rather than to create another Witcher game just for the sake of The Witcher. I mean, whenever I create a video, there are always different opinions if we should see it or not. And as I said, Witcher 4 would be the same as Mass Effect Andromeda, where you have the original story that ended and now there is like a spin-off game called Mass Effect Andromeda. So maybe we could see something like that, maybe with Lambert or Eskel or Vesemir, etc. I mean, you can go on forever. Everyone wants to play with a different character and different story. Some people are concerned that they're going to break the lore if they make a spin-off game, but to be honest, everything that happens in that video game is already made up by CDPR since Witcher 1 continues where the books left off. I mean, if you look at the video game and the books, some things are different. I mean, in the video game they do go back to the things that happened in the books, like they mentioned Vilgefortz and that kind of stuff, but they had to change some things, for example, to fit this new world and this new story, because they had to put a story in 3 separate games. Now, when it comes to books, an amazing opportunity would be to make a Witcher game about them, to use the main story of the books for the game and short stories for the expansion or DLC or quest or something like that, because we would finally meet Vilgefortz and trust me, he is one hell of a character. I mean, everyone that read the books know who he is, and if you didn't already, I recommend that you read those books. You will understand the story so much more and you will find out new things about the lore itself. So when it comes to The Witcher 4, there are many ways it could go, if it even does become a thing, since chances of Witcher 4 happening are very slim, and years and years are going to pass until we hear anything about it, because you know that CDPR they take a lot of time to create their video games, because they want to make them perfect, they want to make them. They pay so much attention to detail, from music to characters to the world to everything, so making Witcher 4 is going to take one hell of a time, but it would be cool to play the prequel, like Witcher 4 to be a prequel to all the other games that happened before, or maybe with a different character, or create your own Witcher kind of game. But look, you can't please everyone, so it's going to be a huge challenge to create something like that, because now that Geralt's story is done, there are many ways this game could go, if it actually does happen. Some people even said that they're going to give the franchise to another studio, and I'm totally against that. I mean, it's not that I think that another studio can't do it, it's just that I don't trust anyone else to create an amazing Witcher game, and I don't believe that any other studio is going to go like, oh, let's take on the franchise and let's basically create another masterpiece. No, that doesn't happen like that, so don't worry, CDPR is not going to give that franchise away, because it's their prime game, it's what made them what they are today. I mean, the company started with The Witcher, and after so many years of developing one universe, you kinda wanna move on to something else, and you have to take that into account, because people, even though they love Witcher, I mean, every single person that works in that company loves Witcher, but after like years and years of developing one universe, you kind of want to move on to something else, to try on something else. And I think it's healthy for the company, because if you just release sequel after sequel after sequel to get more money, it's just CDPR doesn't work in that way. They want to create an amazing game and then look at the profit. They're not like, oh, let's create another Witcher game just to get rich, because we know that game is going to sell very well. So they're not going to do that, and I'm kind of glad that they're moving on to something else. And maybe if they want to do another Witcher game, it's not going to happen in any immediate future. So in the end, guys, I just had to talk about this worst case scenario, which I hope to God it's not going to happen, but we just have to wait and see. And also, this is going to be my last Witcher 4 video for quite some time, because there is nothing for me to talk about. I mean, I can speculate about The Witcher 4 all day, every day, and just pump out those videos, but it wouldn't really make sense just to do it for the views and money. I mean, look, I want to focus on some other things, and I do read comments, and people are saying, why are you talking so much about The Witcher 4 when there is literally nothing to talk about? You just end up talking about the same thing. And I know it's true, guys, but yeah, so this series, the Witcher 4 series, is going to be put on a hold until I don't have any other, I don't know, something to talk about. And now I want to focus on Cyberpunk 2077, because that game is in development. It's going to come out, well, one day, probably not in 2077, but yeah, I have to make some videos about that, because that's going to be their next big game, and it's going to be a huge part of this channel. So don't forget to also tell me what you think about all of this, and I am just waiting to read your comments about this topic. And don't forget to, as always, smash that like and subscribe button for more videos. Now, I have Witcher 1 Let's Play on this channel, so it's really worth watching if you're a true Witcher fan. I love playing that game, so I hope you're going to love it. And that's it, LastKnownMeal signing out, and don't forget to stay classy, everyone. Bye bye.